I always saw Jesus as like a routine. It was more like something, like he was just a guy that I talked to right before I ate and went to sleep.
I thought Christianity was based on works. I thought it was just, like, okay, I've been saved, I've been baptized, I just need to read my Bibles, and then, like, I don't know, God likes me more, God loves me.
I don't think that God was powerful enough to change who I was and, like, how I was living my life. And if you'd asked me, I would have said, oh yeah, God loves me, like, God cares about me, but I didn't believe that.
I have got this all wrong, that I cannot be the person that I want to be. I cannot be good enough for my family. I cannot be good enough for my friends. I found myself crying out to God, I am done, you need to take over, and you need to finish this. And by God, he carried me through it.
God broke me, but he also put me back together and made a new creation from me.
He brought me to the end of myself so I can find myself in such a desperate need for him, to cling to him. And I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, all this is happening because God is just being faithful. And he knew what it took to get me to a point of complete dependence on him.
Everything that's happened has been to later to glorify him. For me to grow, for me to be broken in order for me to be built in him, to be rooted in him, to be built on his rock. It's a daily surrender, hourly surrender.
I began to look back and say, you were training me to accept you. I was able to start growing in my faith. Life began to take on a new joy. I found joy in everything.
He's the same God that I have at my high points, that he's still the same when I'm at my lowest. He was there for me, and I didn't have to catch up to him because he was always alongside me, and it was just cool to see, he was there when I was ready.
I can mostly see God in my past through the lowest points, where I can remember a situation and there's no other explanation but God.
We're going through the storm, and it's rocky, and it's uncomfortable, but Jesus is saying, I'm coming. You can be joyful in this situation that you are afraid of, but I'm coming to you. And that was extremely comforting.
When I'm in a bad place, he's not standing there judging me and saying oh, you should just be joyful. To have this knowledge of that he goes into the trenches with you, it's it changes a lot for me.
I don't know how I can follow you if I am struggling with the same things. Have I even changed at all? And God has just told me, it is okay. I sustain you, and you will pull through this because I will pull you through this, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
No matter how far I was from the Lord, no matter how much I pushed him away or was angry at him, he never left me.
To be able to say, my life is built upon the unshifting, unchanging rock that is Christ. When I'm not built on Jesus and clinging to that and clinging to him and his love, it has been so detrimental and so noticeable because I'm not leaning into him. And when I am, and when I have been this year, there's just been so much more peace.
The Lord can use your defeat to show his victory.
Yeah.